Aloha and welcome back to the Ripple Effect, where we highlight the students, leaders, and changemakers who are creating impact here at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. I'm your host, Landon. Today's episode features two incredible student leaders from one of the largest student run organizations within the School of Travel Industry Management at the Shidler College of Business, the Travel Industry Management Student Association, also known as TIMSA. TIMSA serves as a gateway into the travel, hospitality, and tourism industry by connecting students to real world experiences beyond the classroom. Through workshops, site inspections, socials, fundraisers, and community service, they're building future leaders for Hawaii's vibrant travel sector. Joining us today are Sally and Masumi, who are here to share what TIMSA is all about, how it has shaped their college journey, and why students from any major should consider getting involved. Let's get it! Hello, everyone. My name is Landon, and I'm today's host for The Ripple Effect, and I'm with the Travel Industry Management Student Association, also known as TIMSA. So if you can introduce yourselves real quick.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sally Sichiwerja. I'm currently majoring in the Travel Industry Management and in an emphasis in hospitality. I am also the president of TIMSA.
Hi, my name is Masumi Uwai. I'm a junior in Travel Industry Management with a focus on tourism. I'm a vice president of TIMSA this year.
All right, great. Well, thank you guys for coming on to the podcast. We are here to talk a little bit more about what TIMSA is, what you guys offer to students who are in the travel industry management, but also get a better idea of what TIM really is at the end of the day. So just to start off, I want to do some icebreakers with you guys to talk a little bit more about TIMSA. So from my knowledge, at least, TIMSA is the biggest and largest student association within the TIM major, the TIM school, and that's really really crazy and really cool. You probably offer a lot of different networking events, opportunities for students who are looking to go into the industry, the hospitality, tourism, travel industry as a whole. So for those who may not be familiar, what is TIMSA in one sentence?
So TIMSA, or the Travel Industry Management Student Association, as you mentioned, is a student-led organization and one of the largest student clubs here at the Travel Industry Management School. So TIMSA is a student-led organization. We typically hold events for students to experience industry-related experiences, leadership opportunities, and also be able to attend events that help them grow in their industry, professional, standpoints and careers. And, we typically hold a lot of events that help our students kind of figure out where they want to go in their career pathways.
Masumi, do you have, what is the wording?
Do you have anything else you want to add to that?
Yeah, do you have anything else you would like to add to that?
She covered most of it, but TIMSA really helps students find their own career path through networking events and site inspections. So we do have a lot of opportunities to actually meet and talk to people who are already in the industry. So it really, really helps students who want to go into a management role in hospitality industry.
Okay, nice. So TIMSA is, as I said, one of the largest probably the largest student association within TIM.
Yes.
Yeah, the largest. So how did you guys get involved?
Ooh, do you want to start it off?
Yeah, so the first day of school, they had a student orientation for TIM school, and TIMSA was tabling at the orientation. And actually, I was with Sally and a few other friends from our dorm. We lived in a floor particularly for TIM students. So we all went, we all signed up, and we all showed up to events. That's how we started.
Yeah, and just to add on to that, we had the orientation for TIMSA, but it was also the involvement from my friends, the word of mouth, that also came into it. My first year of TIMSA, I wasn't really active in it because I thought that I just wanted to be a very academic weapon type of person.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to just get involved with my classes. I never really thought about joining a club, but after seeing, all my friends that are upperclassmen that are actually already graduated as well, the way that I see them and being so involved with TIMSA made me really feel motivated to get involved with clubs as well, not just the classes, but I really wanted to find my way in the TIM school with just not showing up to classes, but just to be really involved with the clubs. And both Masumi and I were really involved with TIMSA by our second year, which is why we had leadership positions by then. And that's how we kind of really just kept it steady, but also really improved ourselves in the TIMSA organization in general.
Oh yeah, that's really great. To kind of just add on to that, was there any particular reason why you guys wanted to do board positions within TIMSA?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So not only was it because of a requirement for my scholarship, I really just wanted to really delve into what it would be like going into a club position in college specifically, because I've done high school positions or council positions back in high school. So it was really like a little beginning step for me going into college. And I already knew what I wanted to get into as my career pathway, but I never really knew how to grow from it. So getting a leadership position in TIMSA by my second year of college, and I was director of fundraising actually, because I thought that I wanted to get into finance, deal with money. And while it is nice and all, I really wanted to know what it's like to grow in a leadership position and wanted to, be more involved with the community. So that's how I really stepped into getting a leadership position, was to not only require a scholarship requirement, but to also get to know myself in a leadership level. How can I be motivated in my career pathway, and also how can I be really involved with my peers and the college especially. So then that also brings me to where I am now as a junior. That made me all that interaction made me realize that I wanted to go higher in my leadership level, which is why now I am the president of TIMSA. But listen me.
Maybe for two reasons. One, I wanted to gain leadership experience and skills as a person, and also as someone who wants to go into an industry and maybe go into a higher roles. Two, I wanted to be really involved in a community. I'm not from here. I came from Japan, and I wanted to really build a strong foundation of a community, sense of community. And TIMSA has been the one since my year one, and I really love people in TIMSA, and I really wanted to be more involved, build stronger network and community. And yeah, I just love being in TIMSA and interact with all these people.
Oh yeah, that's really, really amazing, because honestly, me personally too, I really relate to both you guys. I'm also part of the board for the International Business Organization. We did a podcast last time, if you want to go check that out. But for me as well, is after I came back from study abroad, I really wanted to gain a sense of community, especially because I had a lot of friends, Japanese friends, but also friends from different countries as well. So through connections and some friends, they told me about IBO, which is why I joined. I didn't think I was going to do a leadership position. I was just going to be in the club to gain a community. But after talking to the board at the time, they were like, hey, it's really, a good opportunity for you to start networking, gaining professional development, all that kind of things. And after I'm doing board, now I love it. I love the community. I love IBO as a whole, and I want to do so much more with it. And I really relate to you guys on that
That's
point.
great.
Yeah, that's great. That's amazing. So a little bit more about TIMSA. What makes TIMSA different from other student organizations at UH Manoa?
The biggest one is traveling opportunity.
Oh,
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Every fall, we go inter-island trips. So this year we went to Maui. Last year we went to Big Island. So you visit another island, visit hotels and travel companies, and learn more from them. Spring is either to the continent or international. Last year we went to London and Paris. That was really fun. This year we're going to South Korea. Yeah.
South Korea.
Yeah.
And Europe, guys? Wow.
Yes.
You guys
Yes.
gotta join TIMSA or what?
And we're not just, sightseeing, eating fish and chips. We also, visit hotels and companies, learn, because it's so different. The industry is so different from here and abroad. So it's a really great experience for
No,
you.
yeah, I bet, because culturally too, with
Yeah.
different countries, they probably definitely run their management systems very differently,
Yeah.
as well as the community, as well as how to interact with people. It must be super different. Gaining that understanding must be like really, really, really useful.
No, especially being in this industry as well. When we go on these trips, going abroad or, even inter-island, it really helps us to know that we have a wide network. Not even just in Hawaii, because Hawaii is a small island, a small world. You meet everyone that you have already probably met, friends, family, etc. But when you go into these different countries or different islands, you kind of get a sense of belongingness, especially in TIMSA. You have all these networks, and you can not, I would say, necessarily take advantage, but use them as a resource to be able to reach out to so many other different hotels or companies, organizations that are really interested in wanting to make a huge impact for students. So when we go on these trips, a lot of students come back to Hawaii knowing that they have, all these connections from London, Europe, Japan, Korea, and they can just go back to those connections and be like, hey, I want a job here. How can I really, get myself into it? They didn't realize that they wanted to be abroad until they, go on these trips and realize, oh my gosh, I found myself where I want to be. And, that's something that really differentiates us from a lot of other clubs is the traveling opportunities and also the networking the realm that we, uphold.
No, yeah, that's really, really amazing. I think within a lot of Shidler clubs, networking kind of pertains to just Hawaii, maybe nationally to like the mainland as well. But, for networking opportunities outside of Hawaii is really hard to come by. And the fact that you guys offer that is, I think, really, really amazing. And that's really, really cool. Maybe I should join too, huh? Who knows? Okay, now I want to go into a little bit more overall about TIMSA. Okay. So within TIMSA, what types of events or activities does TIMSA host throughout the year?
So TIMSA hosts a lot of business events, and that includes networking with TIMSA. So that's an event where all students can network with professionals and kind of figure out, a mentor-mentee type of style. We also hold a lot of workshops that includes professional and personal branding, improvement. We also hold fundraising, community service events, and also socials for our students or members to get involved with the community and also the members themselves. So it's not just a business-oriented club, but also we value connections through our events and also wanting everyone to get to know each other personally. Do you want to add?
No?
Do you guys have a specific event that you loved in the past?
Ooh, that's hard. Ooh,
Oh, I guess there's just too much. Too many. There's too many.
I
There's too
know.
many.
Definitely a London trip.
Oh, a London trip.
Yeah. Yeah. The London trip was the first, time that I went to the UK, and it was really eye-opening for me. I was really hesitant about going because, financially and also just, what would I really find myself there? But yeah, the London trip would have to be my favorite event, while being in TIMSA. I got to experience so much, see the world in such a totally different view, because you could see that they're very more business-oriented than Hawaii. They're very more like, not serious, but it's very structured. Not saying Hawaii is not structured, but it's just like, it's so different and
Yeah.
makes you feel like, whoa, like that's so surprising that they...
Like they have a certain way and they keep that way.
Yes. So the trip to London would have to be my favorite, and also Masumi's.
Oh yeah, that's great. I last year around January, I actually went to Europe for the first time as well.
wow.
A lot of culture shocks
Yeah.
going there, so it's very, very different. So Europe is really, really cool, but at the same time, it's so different from the U.S. or even Hawaii as a whole as well. Yeah. Can you explain what a site inspection is and why that experience is valuable for students?
Yeah, so site inspection is when you visit hotels or tour companies or any hospitality institutions, mainly here in Oahu during the semesters. It is really a great opportunity for us students because you get to see back of the house of the hotel operations, or it could be a restaurant, or it could be a tour agencies. If you're not part of the club, if you don't go on the tours, you don't really get to see the backside of the operations. So you really get to see what's actually going on, and you can connect what you've learned in your class into the real life experiences. And that's also a good opportunity for you to find a future job or areas you want to go into. So as a freshman, you might know you want to go into hotels, but you might don't know which department in hotel operations you want to go into. But after taking all these tours, you have a clearer visions of what each department does and what you actually want to go into. So it really helps us students find what we are actually interested in.
Oh yeah, that's really great. I think, wanting to go into the hotel industry, there's many parts of it, as you just said, and being, getting the opportunity to actually look at each part of it and see what the back of the house is, the situation is something that's really, really interesting to me. Honestly, I want to try that out, guys.
Yeah, I mean, we don't also do just hotel site inspections. We also try to do more tourism and transportation aspects. We have gotten a lot more opportunities to tour more tour agencies because, we don't want anyone to just think that TIMSA is just solely for hospitality. We want to dive into the other sectors of the industry. So that includes tourism, transportation, and just not only just hospitality.
Yeah, that's great. So how does TIMSA help students build industry connections beyond the classroom? So just like your site inspections, but what are some other ways you guys incorporate your activities to, student outside the student classroom?
We do bring a lot of industry professionals into our network. I mean, workshops. We do resume workshops. We do mock interview workshops. We do bring in an actual people who are doing hiring for hotels or airline companies. So, and a lot of us connect with them after the workshops and still keep in touch for their internship opportunities or full-time job opportunities. We also host a networking event called Network with TIMSA. Sally mentioned it earlier. We usually bring around 30 industry professionals. We try to do 1-to-1 student to professional ratio, but that's just think of it like at one night, you get to meet 30 people from the industry, and you get to talk to people from the area you're passionate about, and you just build connections, and that leads to your internship or actual jobs, or just a mentorship opportunity as well. So those are the opportunities that we offer.
Yeah, that's amazing. Similar to like my own club, we also offer similar opportunities called like our pin nights, and those are always popular. They're always really high in demand, but they're also very useful for students. To get their first internships. I met a lot of people who got their first internships through these interaction networking events. So I think that's really amazing that you guys also do that, and I really like how you guys do it on a really big scale. It's very different from how I've seen it ran, and it's something that maybe you guys should try out. Yeah.
And it's planned by our amazing executive board. So, our executive board kind of learns about event planning and executes it very well. And I'm very proud of them. I'm very proud with how everything turns out. And a lot of clubs in Shidler too are also student-led. So they also do the same thing as well. So.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. Okay, so a little bit more about the community impact that you guys bring to not only UH, but to the whole industry itself, as well as in Hawaii. So TIMSA emphasizes community service and giving back. Why is that important in the travel and hospitality industry?
That's a great question. I'm sure Masumi will add on to my answer as well. But, we live in Hawaii. Hawaii is a beautiful island with beautiful communities, beautiful homes. And it's something that, I've lived in Hawaii for almost all of my life. And I've seen just families grow, friendships grow, communities grow. Locally, everything just has been growing, and all the opportunities just keep growing here in Hawaii. And that's something that I really look at from a local standpoint, is that I want to see it continue to grow, not just for not just for me, but just those that are living here in Hawaii, to see how much Hawaii has to offer, not just for, the scenic route, but also the connections within. So in TIMSA, I really like to emphasize that, community is not just, it's not just, on a professional standpoint, but just family, friends, and all that stuff, all the orientations and all that sort. So I really try to emphasize that TIMSA likes to get involved with the community through community services to help and be involved with all the other events that we have as well. And it's something that I share with everyone that, if you're living here in Hawaii, you should feel the need to want to give back. And that's how I've always felt living here, is that once, you don't want to take it for granted, you want to always give back some way of some sort. And that's what I truly value, is the meaning of giving back to the community that has always given to you no matter what. Even if they don't feel like you need to give anything back, it's just your own willingness to give back to the community that's raised you. So, Ms. Me, you want to add?
Yeah, from a tourism club perspective, especially in Hawaii, the tourism industry and the local community has to go hand in hand. Especially after COVID, people have realized that, local residents and group of communities do play a huge role, and we do need their support in upholding the industry as well. So it's really great that we put effort into it, and also our impact in our community service events might not be the biggest, but the fact that we are instilling this concept of, reciprocity and giving back to the place we're at would really help us grow and fulfill our responsibilities when we actually get into the industry and practice that throughout our lives. Yeah.
No, yeah, that's really really amazing. Even for my own practices too, and with I'm pretty sure a lot of other Shidler clubs, they do the same thing. Giving back to the community is so important because that is where we live. You know, we want to give back to not only the land but also to the community who helps supports us as well. And you know, we want to give back to where we live and everything. And I think that's very very important. So, do you guys have a specific memorable community service that you enjoyed, or even like a fundraising event that really reflects TIMSA's values?
The community service. We usually help an event called Ilima Awards. It's a culinary award event that's usually held at the Diamond Head Theater, but there will be like dozens of food vendors who received awards and they serve the guests at the awards, and we help them clean up, and washing the tables and all that stuff. It's great because you actually get to witness the actual F&B business going on. And we also work with the KCC students. They're the ones who are also serving food as well. It's great to not just help the event, but also be part of an industry-related event in a way. And we get like insights in different fields. And we also get to try some food.
Oh yeah, so I was about to ask that question. I was like, do you guys get to eat some of the food? That sounds really, really good. Like a culinary like award ceremony that has to be amazing food. But that's also really cool to have like a community service events that's also with not only the community but also in the industry, travel industry as a whole. And it's also another way to gain connections, as you just said. And I think that's also really, really cool. But the food's really good though, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So just for the fundraising events, I was trying to think about what specific fundraising events really, align to what TIMSA values, but it's all of our fundraising events. When we do our fundraising events, we really think about the impact to what it would have towards our members and also the club as a whole. We want to represent TIM, very meaningful wise. So all of our fundraising events have meaning and why we choose to do it. And a majority of our fundraising events correlate to local businesses. We like to support local businesses because, again, we're here in Hawaii, you want to support local pretty much. And our club has been really involved with getting in touch with local companies like Daily Whisk Matcha or Leonard's Bakery and so on and so forth. We really like to connect to those businesses because, we like to let them know that we're here, we support them. We're college students, but we know the impact of what we can do to help them and to grow as a business, and we like to see that especially. And we want fundraising events that really, show that we value multiple different things, but also, we don't just entirely care about the money. We also care about the impact and the meaning behind each event executed.
No, yeah, that's really amazing. Like I was so close to buying a daily with matcha from you guys, but I was like, I need to save money. I'm a college student. I want to support, but I also need to save money.
That's fair.
Yeah, but I was really close to getting a daily with matcha from you guys. That's amazing. So kind of want to talk a little bit more on why students should join TIMSA as a whole, because you guys offer a lot of things, but sometimes there's also a lot of people who don't know about your opportunities as well as like TIMSA as a whole. So who would you say should join TIMSA? And is it only for TIM majors?
It's for everyone.
It's for everyone, guys.
It's for everyone.
Not just TIM majors.
No.
You could be in the club.
Not even just business majors either. We have a whole diverse community of members. So we have poli-sci majors, bio majors, art majors, nurse majors. It just keeps going up and up and up. And we really try to emphasize, it's not just TIM students, it's not just business students. We love our TIM and business students very, very much. But it's also the word of mouth, the friends that bring in all other majors as well to come into the club. So anyone can join, and so can you.
Hear that, guys? Anyone. It's open to everyone, open to all majors. What would you say to a student who feels shy or unsure about joining the club?
Just join.
Yes.
Yeah, I was shy. I was new to the place. I had no friends. I had no family members over here. But I just joined, and that's where my community started to grow. Like all my friends, all my people who've been around my life over here or from TIMSA, like especially my first year, second year, Yeah, just join.
If it wasn't for TIMSA, me and Masumi would not be best friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we met each other
Aw.
from the beginning, and we're here now. And another thing I want to add is that and something that we learn in this industry is to be comfortable with being uncomfortable, and that's something that many people learn from a very early standpoint in their college years, but it's okay to be uncomfortable. And I really want to emphasize that it doesn't just go into your working field, but it's also, making new friends or, going into a new job. It's really nice to go into something scared, because when you go into something scared, you know that it's the right thing for you sometimes. And I was scared to join TIMSA because I was scared that I wasn't going to fit in. But then right when I joined TIMSA, I didn't fit in. I fit in a place where I could be myself, and TIMSA made me feel so comfortable into being myself in that, in that community. It's the events and also the people that make me feel so, involved and want me to feel so welcome. So don't be scared to join any clubs in general. And, TIMSA is a very loving family, in my opinion, and it just brought so many great things to me.
Hear that, guys? You too can find your best friend. All right. So, in one word, how has TIMSA impacted you personally?
Does it have to be?
It can be personally, professionally, but if you had one word to describe it, I can give you some time to, some time to think.
Yeah, it's so hard to do that in one word.
I can do 2.
Go for 2. Let's go for 2.
1, definitely friendship.
Friendship, guys.
Yeah, as I've been talking about, like, all my friendship, all my community started from TIMSA. So even if you're shy, even if you're not sure, just join and you will find something. 2, professional development, for sure. Like, before joining TIMSA, I didn't know what to wear for an interview. I didn't know how or what to talk about with an industry professional. I didn't know anything about the professional side. And now I feel so comfortable going into an interview or like going to site inspection and actually meet people, managers, directors of a company. So it has really helped me feel more comfortable with these kind of things. And it had never happened without TIMSA and all these experiences I've gained.
Wow, that's great.
I guess the word for me that I use all the time in every single sentence, because I actually mean it, is love. I think
Love.
Yes, I think TIMSA is all about love. I love TIMSA. I love the industry. I love my friends. I love my family. I love school. I love being involved with school, and love is a strong word, but not many people use it for funsies. I love the word love because it's something that I cherish love. I cherish the love that I have with my friends, all the people that I meet. And, TIMSA is just all about love. And it's not just, it's just not those that you meet at the club, but it's the love that you grow in the industry, the love that you grow for the club, the love that you grow for the school. All of that can be implemented and grown through TIMSA. And that's why love is something that I explain or describe TIMSA as.
Well, yeah, that's great. Power of friendship and love. All right, so that's going to be kind of the end of our section for the talking points and learning more about TIMSA as a whole. So we're going to do something a little bit more fun now. So we have our fun / kind of more interactive fun segment. So it's called Checked In or Checked Out.
Ooh.
So here are the rules. Give me a sec. So here's how it's going to work. So you're going to be getting scenarios related to either hospitality, travel, leadership, or even student life. And you're going to be pretty much answering like rapid fire quickly, like checked in, which is like, yes, you agree with it, or checked out, which is like no / disagree. And then you're just going to briefly explain why you selected that option. Okay. So give you some time to mentally prepare. Okay. We're going to go, yeah. So we're going to go with each question and you're just going to say checked in, checked out, and then we'll go Sally first, and then we'll go Masumi second.
Yeah.
And then this is a short reason why. Okay, ready? All right, first question. Waking up at 4 a.m. for a Sunrise Hotel site visit.
Checked out.
in.
Oh!
So you were checked in?
Checked out.
Checked out, and then you said
In.
you checked in. Oh, okay.
Whoa. Okay. Personally, because I'm not an early riser, I can't wake up past 4 a.m. You know, I'll get up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym, but 4 a.m. for a site inspection is a bit too early for me. Sorry.
Very real, very real. So why checked in?
I am also not an early riser, but I can with a purpose.
Oh, with a purpose.
That's a good
And you
reason.
get to see a sunrise from maybe the beach, the pool beach area of a hotel.
Yeah,
That's pretty
that's
cool.
fair.
You're right about that.
That's
You're right.
fair.
Well, also, but no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, so next one. Networking with industry professionals even when you're tired from class. Checked in or checked out?
Checked
Checked
in.
in.
Oh, explain why.
Just do it. I mean, I don't care if I'm tired or if I'm too, exhausted. If an industry professional is coming to just see, to support students, I want to be ready, up and ready to just go in there, because there are multiple events where I am tired or I am checked out, but I'm there to, I guess, like, have a foundation, and I love networking, so I have to be okay with
She
it no matter
does.
what. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing. And you can take a nap later.
True, you can always take a nap later in the day.
Get a matcha while you're at it.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Group projects in hospitality school. Checked in or checked out? Say it one more time. Group projects in hospitality schools.
Checked in.
Checked out.
Checked out. Oh, different.
Oh, group projects. Group projects. I said check in because I'm very business oriented outside of school, so I'm very much involved with industry professionals outside. But I also I like to be involved with the classroom, and those that I meet inside the classroom, because all the friendships that you make inside the class will be people that you meet in the future, to work with them in the future too. And group projects specifically, there are ups and downs with group projects, but it helps you learn to know what you like to do in a group project, and what you like to talk about and work with. The type of people, the different people that you can work with. I like that.
Oh, I love my classmates, but I don't love group projects. You all know if you're a student.
It can go either really well or oh no sometimes.
Yes,
So that's very,
yes.
very real. Yes. Okay, next one. This one I'm really interested in hearing. Working holidays in the travel industry. Checked in or checked out?
Checked in.
Checked in.
Check in.
Checked in. Okay.
Yeah. I'm a little bit hesitant on that. But the only reason is that I'm hesitant is because you're working, on a holiday when you could be with family. But checked in working in the hospitality during the holidays helps you grow as a person, and I think that's a good experience for me personally. And people talk about work-life balance, but I think if you're really into it, you really want to focus what you want to do and grow as yourself as a person. And I feel like working on a holiday is also fun too. You get to grow a family in the workplace that you work in.
Also, maybe that holiday check, who
Yes,
knows?
yes, and the holiday check, the pay time is good too.
Yeah, especially in the hospitality industry, holidays, and maybe summer break too. That's when everything gets more fun.
True.
Oh.
True.
Yeah.
Very,
I can
very,
very
true.
much see that.
Yeah, you get to
Very
meet more people
That's
from
true.
different places.
Yes.
Yeah, it's people are on vacation, so you have the opportunity to meet so
Yeah.
much more people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Next, hosting large-scale student events.
Checked in.
Checked in.
Oh, quick.
Yeah, I'm always checked into large events, especially. It's so amazing to see how many people can come to the events, and the events that either you execute or other people execute. It's always nice to go for the networking and also just everything about it.
Yeah, if you have the same answer, you can join TIMSA and be on the executive board and help us plan events.
Yes.
Okay. Next question. Ooh, this is gonna be an interesting one. Cold emailing a hotel GM for a tour.
Checked in.
Checked
Yeah.
We do that. She does that.
I
whenever
do
we
that.
She does that.
in. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Volunteering at a community event on your weekend. Checked in or checked out?
Checked in.
in.
Checked
So
in.
It's self-explanatory. If we want to do it, we do it.
Yeah. Very real. You know, especially on the weekend, it's like even though it is supposed to be your, time for a break, giving back to community is always something that you can always,
Yes.
do.
Very
And
relaxing.
it's always fun when you do it with your friends.
Yes,
Yes.
it's very relaxing too, especially if you don't have anything to do for the weekend. And I feel like getting yourself involved with the community is something that you can do for yourself too.
Yeah, I actually really think community service events are very underrated. They
Yeah.
happen to be the most funnest
Yes.
ones in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Studying abroad for a hospitality internship.
Yes.
This is for sure checked in. I don't
yeah.
even need your guys' explanation. For
No.
sure checked in. Yeah. Okay, and then taking on a leadership role before you feel ready. Checked in or checked out?
Checked in.
Oh, in. Yeah.
You never. I feel like you never know when you're ready until you're stepping into it. You just gotta get thrown into the fire sometimes and just figure out a way to extinguish it yourself. And that's when you feel ready, when you are in it. You're in
Yeah.
the fire.
Yeah, like get comfortable with the uncomfortable.
Exactly,
Exactly.
exactly.
It definitely was like that for me, and probably very much same for you
Yeah.
both as well. Yeah. Okay, so this is gonna be our final question.
No.
And there's gonna be a little bit of a twist. But this is for the future. So in 10 years, are you checked in or checked out on staying in Hawaii travel industry, and why?
I'm checked in.
Checked
right
in.
now, I'm very checked in. In 10 years' time, it's a lot. It's so much to oversee, but I'm already planning for my life 5 years ahead of me, and I know that I want to still be here in Hawaii. So even in 10 years, I would still love to be here because this is what I call home. I'm from Indonesia, but I want to be here where I can grow a family, and also the community that I've already built. I don't want to start over. I will be uncomfortable, but I just know that in 10 years' time, I will still be here.
Nice. Masumi?
I was checked in with a hope.
With the
Yeah, as an international student, it's hard to, think about, but if I can, I would, because I love the place, I love the community, and I also love the culture here. Like, I also minor in Hawaiian studies and Hawaiian language, and it's really interesting to study tourism and also like the indigenous culture here in Hawaii. It might not be the exact same thing, but there's a way to like work through it and balance them together in one place. So I see it as really interesting, and I want to do something where I can contribute to that concept and maybe help with destination marketing to Japan or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's really cool. I did not know you were a minor in Hawaiian studies. That's
Yeah.
really, really cool. Yeah. But as a whole, I feel like that really makes sense, especially as an international student. Opportunities are always going to be harder, especially trying to also be able to stay in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you're doing everything you can to help you in the future.
She's
And that's
very-
really, really commendable.
She's very impressive. When we started off as friends, I was like, oh, it's someone that's coming from an international, from Japan, and getting to know her more, seeing her passion and what she wants to do here, truly impressed me. Like her motivation, her passion for Hawaii is, like, it's crazy. I think it's personally crazy for me, but in a good way. It's a really, really good feeling to know that, there's so many other people that come to Hawaii, not just to, enjoy Hawaii as a whole, but to really dive into the history and also the meaning in Ohana especially. So Masumi is someone that you definitely want to talk to get to know about everything. Like she really lays it out so well.
Hear that, guys? Talk to her. Talk to
Yes,
her.
Miss Vice President.
And today it's really important in the travel industry too, especially in
Oh.
Hawaii.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Tourism can easily potentially misrepresent culture or can hide some important parts of the history of the land.
Right.
But Hawaii is now trying to regrow from that and trying to represent culture appropriately, introduce the language, introduce the history, and, trying to balance.
Kind of like revitalize and also like
Yeah.
bring awareness, right?
Yeah, bring awareness.
That's really, really important.
Something that I also wanted to mention is that this year, is the Tim School's 60th anniversary.
Whoa,
Yeah, a big
congrats.
milestone. I know. It's amazing. And we're so excited to see the Tim School grow and evolve into so many other different opportunities, for not only the students, but for the industry as a whole. And with this milestone, this legacy that we're all bringing, we're hoping that, not only clubs, but everyone is involved in the upbringing of this new milestone for the industry.
Wow, congratulations to the
Thank
Tim.
you.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
60th anniversary, guys. Wow.
60th.
Go support, guys. Yeah, okay, that's the end of that. That's the end of our podcast at the moment. Thank you, Sally and Masumi, for coming on to the podcast, and go support TIMSA, and that is the Ripple.
Effects.
If you enjoyed this video, share it with a friend, a classmate, or someone who's ready to make their own ripple here at UH. Until next time, keep up the pace.